House of the Dragon, the HBO series, of course, the follow-up series, even though it's a prequel to Game of Thrones, probably the biggest pop cultural hit television show of all time, came out with some question marks because there were a lot of people who were not so excited about House of the Dragon because there are a bunch of people who didn't like the way the Game of Thrones ended. I am not one of those. I actually really liked the last couple seasons of Game of Thrones, set the record for most Emmy wins of any series ever in its final season. But, that fact remains, though, a lot of other people didn't like it. And so with that being the case, going into House of the Dragon, there were a lot of people online. I'm not watching that. They already burned their bridge with me and all that kind of stuff. But we all said, yeah, you will. You will go and check it out. I mean, whether or not it's going to be good or not, we don't know, but you're going to check it out. Well, watch it they did, and a lot of people did. And it is just one of simply the most incredible shows in the past couple of years. It's easily exceeded Game of Thrones season 1. I thought as a first season, I thought it just was absolutely exceptional, incredible. It was must-watch TV. I was counting down the days every week to Sunday so I could watch the new episode. Now, the one frustrating thing that then came of that was the fact that after the season ended, we were like, they currently don't know, and it's certainly not going to be on TV next year or in 2023. So we're going to have to at least wait for that and still no word about it going into production. Well, going into production, it has done. As the reports have now come out that Game of Thrones, or House of the Dragon, I should say, season 2, it's official. The official Twitter account went online and announced production is now underway. And if you scroll down a little bit there, Jonathan, I think you might even be able to see the tweet that they put out a little bit lower. That's where it is. That it's time to return to King's Landing. The picture from the set there, of course, is the epic and iconic Iron Throne. And if you want a little bit of context for just how successful season 1 was, look at this little comparison. Succession, one of the most celebrated shows out there right now. Many people feel it's the best show on TV right now. And it's incredibly popular. It just had season 4, episode 3 air, the latest episode, with the highest ratings and viewership for this series so far at 2.5 million viewers.
What could beat it?
Nothing. That's impressive. Nothing can beat it, Jonathan.
Yeah,
nothing will beat that. Oh, wait. House of the Dragon's last episode garnered 9.3 million viewers. Nearly 4 times as many viewers for the last episode of House of the Dragon versus the last episode of Succession, which is a hugely successful show, winning all the awards, strong viewership, just set a series record with 2.5 million viewers. That's just how popular this show is, House of the Dragon, nearly 10 times the viewers with its season finale. So obviously there's a lot of excitement, expectation. I still feel like it was a bit of a mistake not to have this thing going into production while season 1 was airing, to be honest with you. But I kind of get it a little bit with the fact that with a lot of the negative, sentiment out there regarding Game of Thrones and how it ended, maybe they weren't really sure how House of the Dragon was going to go over. But that's all behind us. Mm-hmm. The important thing is season 2 is now in production. It's the tangibilization of it, and I cannot wait. Now, they probably, I already got some messages from some people saying, hey, if they can shoot it quickly, do you think we could get season 2 this year? No, we're not going to get in 2023, unfortunately. But
that's a lot of post.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of post-production and a lot of shooting. I mean, this is going to take a while to shoot. So 2024 is probably the best bet. They even hinted at one point that it might not be till 2025.
Yep.
I have a feeling that it will be 2024 sometime. But anyway, Chris, you saw the news. Game of Thrones. It is a Game of Thrones universe. The House of the Dragon season 2 is now in production. Mm-hmm. Are you surprised it took them this long to get into production? How are you feeling now that it is? What were your thoughts on season 1? What do you think?
It's so easy now to look at it and say, I can't believe they weren't filming and going straight into the second season. They had to know they were going to get greenlit. But when you look at how the other Game of Thrones properties have been treated, HBO has been really playing things close to the chest, right? They have been really, really taking their time and making sure things are well received, well done. They scrapped that whole Naomi Watts one. There have been all these kinds of rumors
that
about
they had
other
spent
spin-offs.
tens of millions of dollars on.
So much money on. And then they went, not worth it, not good enough. We're going to just scrap this and move on to the next project. So I can understand why they were a little hesitant to go ahead and jump in here. That being said, so well received, so well done. I know a lot of you disagreed with me. The finale for me was, okay, so now this is the story. Now it's this. And now I have to wait? No. And it really, really made me annoyed. I so defer with you, and I am a woman of the people. I did not like the last few episodes of Game of Thrones.
Oh, I know.
Daenerys would never look back at the seasons. Daenerys would never. I hate it. I hate it so much.
You know, it's funny because Ann and I used to do a after show for Game of Thrones, and like 3.5, 4 years before the season ended, I was telling people on the show, Daenerys is Breaking Bad. They're making it so obvious. I said it for years. They're making it so obvious. She's Breaking Bad. She is a jerk. Daenerys is all about Daenerys. She puts on this facade about being about the people. She's all about herself. And I said that for years, and everybody told me I was an idiot. And then when she did break bad, everybody went, well, that came out of nowhere. And I'm like, no, I've been telling you for years this was going to happen. But
I think the best thing that came out of this...
None of those were my problems.
No?
No. My problem was that they killed off the second dragon because they knew that was going to be too easy if Jon Snow had a dragon of his own. So they'd kill off that dragon. They didn't go back to any of the other subplots that they had created throughout the series. They rush. It became the Rise of Skywalker. It was like, we're here, we're there, we're here, we're there. We're all here, and it's over. It
was brilliant. But as somebody who thinks it was brilliant being in the minority, I did have two significant problems with it. One you just alluded to, Jonathan, was there was no excuse for the final season of Game of Thrones to be that rushed. For the final 2 seasons, there was simply no reason to shorten the final seasons. And that made certain elements certainly feel rushed. My second problem with the season was suddenly distance was not an issue in the realms. Because they would go, okay, we're at the wall. Well, I should go talk to the queen at King's Landing. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, what took episodes and episodes and episodes of journey were suddenly like 5 minutes.
They started to travel by map. It got so much easier. Map.
Well, they learned from Luke.
It was frustrating.
Luke was able to
shift around. The best thing that happened from the Daenerys arc, though, is how many people named their babies Daenerys. Yeah. And then it was...
That was the best. I remember seeing a news story in, I think it might have been People, did a story about that, about a number of couples who literally named their baby daughters Daenerys before, of course, it's like, well, that's what you get for doing something like that. Anyway, we're here talking about House of the Dragon. Question is for you guys. What do you think about this? House of the Dragon Season 2, incredible television, is now in production. Probably still a long wait before we see it, but at least we know it's being shot right now. Whatever you guys think about that, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to thank a sponsor of this video, Manscaped. Gentlemen, if you didn't already know, it's tax season here in the US, and you know what that means? It means that Manscaped is here to make sure your paperwork is done and your boys downstairs are having fun. Make sure you spend your tax return money on the important things in life, like family, friends, and ball deodorant. Join the 8 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code Campea. Guys, you know I love all my Manscaped products, from the body wash to the lawnmower, an elegant tool for a more enlightened age. So what better way to invest your tax return than into yourself? Manscaped has the full package from head to toe to make sure you get your money's worth this April. The Performance Package 4.0 is the ultimate bundle you need to reinvent yourself and your confidence. The Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer is the star of the show, offering a precise shave on all your widest hedges, equipped with an LED light so you can navigate in and out of those difficult areas with ease. The Performance Package 4.0 now includes Manscaped's brand new Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose hair trimmer. And don't forget, for all my international friends out there with a little bit of scruff, Manscaped now has beard products. The start of spring also marks the start of Testicular Cancer Awareness Month in April. Manscaped has partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to testicular cancer, men's health, and early cancer detection. So get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Campea at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code Campea at manscaped.com. Don't just get your money back this year, get your swagger back too with Manscaped.